Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name's Kyle, you found the Roman Bear, and today we're tinkering. We're working in the garage today, and next mission is to get water pump into Terry. So the water pump has finally showed up. We've been waiting about 4.5 weeks for this water pump to come from Japan. Insane. Probably the biggest downside of owning an import is the odd part that you have to source from another country. It's been a little bit difficult, but we finally got ourselves OEM Daco replacement straight out of Japan. Yeah, I don't know. This water pump was hard to find. I actually bought another one and then waited a week and a half, and then the supplier told me, oh, we don't actually have these in stock. It's a discontinued part. And it's not on their website anymore. I guess I was the one to notify them that they need to have those parts. But yeah, basically the help of a New Zealand Facebook group, quite a bit of cross compatibility with these pumps. This motor came in forklifts, generators, different like Nissan L Grand minivans, certain cab over delivery trucks and stuff in Japan. But what I've noticed is the QD32 ETI out of an R50 has a specific offset and style pulley system. There's a bunch of different offsets of where the belts would sit and how far out it sits from the mount. But this is looking like what we need right here. Kind of a dumb design having this clutch part of the water pump. Like I was saying in an earlier video, the water pump's over there, but that water pump was fine. It was just the clutch, the bearing and the fan clutch had failed, so it was vibrating. And I can't just change that. I had to change the whole water pump. So this is what got us to this point. So yeah, let's slap this bad boy in. Looks like the fitment's right. And I'm stoked to get this thing running again. I got the cluster back off to safety, and we can enjoy this thing finally. Alright. Pump is in. Belts are tight. We got that all in. Just gotta throw this intake pipe back in and the rad. Alright, we got her all buttoned up. Now we're gonna try to pull a vacuum with the world's littlest air compressor. We'll see if it works or not, but time for coolant to go in. And then we can try and start the old girl. Hoses are just like so we got it running. Actually started pretty good. I forgot to film it, but we're back in business. Seems like the alternator's still not charging for some reason, but we're gonna look into this. Alright, so we got good news and bad news. We'll start with the bad news. The brand new alternator I sourced from Australia, it's no good right out of the box. Brand new in the box, paid $400 for it, doesn't work. So we threw in the old rebuilt alternator from the start, the factory one from this rig, and boom, it's charging again. So we're back in business. Cluster fix, hate to report. But the cluster is not working. It's kind of working, but I just took it for a drive around the block and it's like jumping all over the place. But yeah. I gotta say, it seems like it's running better. The idle seems a lot smoother than before. It's idling at about 650 RPMs or so, where it used to idle like just under 500 and like the whole car was just shuddering. We don't have that shudder no more. It's barely even shaking anything in here. Sounds good, honestly. Had a bit of a hesitation before. The hesitation seems to be settled up. I think we're in business here, people. I'll see if I can capture what the cluster's doing for you. Well, it seems to be working right now, but I got no fuel level or coolant level. I'm pretty stoked on the outcome of that. I'm glad I got it running. Thanks to Ethan for helping me diag that alternator. It's awesome that I kept the old one, obviously, and I guess like driving it without the cluster in it definitely affected if it was charging or not. Because this alternator was not charging before, but it seems to be charging now, no problem. Now we just have to work on making it a little bit more powerful because it is a gutless. I guess I have to get used to that, switching from a V6 to a little 4-cylinder turbo diesel. But it's got lots of low-end torque, but it just like, yeah, if you can't get the RPMs up right away, it's just like a diesel. I don't know, you can't, it just seems pretty slow to me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm stoked about this. As far as this video, I think we're just gonna keep on tinkering. Like, the only other things I gotta do is I have to do the front brake pads on Alyssa's Pathfinder. I put some cheap Rock Auto ones in there, and yeah, they're just like squealing at low speeds, and they seem like they're just super crappy. I got them on Rock Auto for like 10 bucks. I should have known better. I don't know why I put those on. I was just being cheap at the time, but we went and got ourselves a nice all-world parts heavy-duty pad. And because we're pulling the boat, I would like to have some better pads in there. Those ones kind of seem to get smoked out a little bit, so maybe we'll do that next. And basically the only other thing I gotta do is throw coolant in the Versa and then take the Versa to Vernon and hopefully get that running. And then once I get that sorted out, the game plan is to put up the Dodge Ram for sale that I've had forever. I'm heartbroken that I have to sell it, but it just doesn't fit in the family anymore, and I just don't really need it. So it doesn't make sense to be daily driving that thing. It's a 97. It's getting old. I'm worried the transmission or something major is going to fail, and then I'm going to have a big bill to pay when I'm trying to soak more of my money towards the Terrano. And I also have another project on the way. I'm crazy, but you'll have to wait to see what that is. But when that shows up, basically my money's going to be going into the Terrano and my new project. And I still would like to get the S13 out here at some point. So I want to focus more on that stuff and not have such a scattered amount of things going on. And yeah, Old Blue, the boat, will be going up for sale too. So if you know anybody that wants a cheap boat, they're the first boat, it's going to be up for a pretty decent price, and it seems like it's a pretty good boat. So yeah, maybe next we'll do the brake pads on the Pathfinder. Alright, so also been having a bit of a wheel bearing noise, but I'm not too sure. It's just very faint. It might also be from the knobby tires. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping out, but I'm just going to give all the wheels a shake and see if I can figure out if any of the wheel bearings feel loose or anything. Maybe the wheel bearing, if you got it off, you just do like a... Oh, it does. I don't think so, actually. Doesn't feel loose to me, so let's get the wheel off. We'll swap these pads out quick. So we went with the World Parts Synergy pads. I was told these are one of the better ones. They got a nice break-in box, or whatever you call that, but some hardware, some grease here. So got the old one out while I just had this apart. These are the pads that were in there. They're still got quite a bit of life left on them, but man, they just are garbage. So yeah. All right, old hardware is out. Old pads are out. Get rid of those. We put the new hardware in. I greased everything up, so hopefully that squeak doesn't come back. I think that usually helps. And then we got this fancy dancy tool here. Gonna have to improvise. Gonna have to improvise. All right, driver's side is done. Super easy to do. And hopefully that gets rid of that stupid squealing sound that we have. Nice. All right, I gotta go pick up Alyssa. She's done. Purrs like a kitten. Let's go get Alyssa. The cluster's working perfectly fine right now. Still kind of weird driving on a right-hand drive. A little interesting. Guess I should put my seatbelt on. Look at
What up?
Dak and Terry.
Dak and Terry!
All right, the wife is picked up. Dinner's picked up. Let's eat some grub, and then maybe I'll get to the rest of the breaks here tonight yet. We just had supper. Had some steak and garlic scapes and some kale and carrots. It was really good. I'm all fed up. I got myself a nice little gin drink, and we're going to finish this brake job real quick. Driver's side's all done. Just got to do the passenger side. Still loving these lights in here, too. So sick. Cheers to tinkering. So trying to figure out this wheel bearing situation. Axle feels like the wheel bearings don't feel loose to me, but I am getting some movement in this lower control arm bushing or ball joint. And these SBCs don't even have like, it's probably like maybe 10,000 kilometers on those. They're already like wearing out. I should have got the Z1 uppers, I guess. Maybe we'll look at replacing those in the future here. Break out. Jeez. Sometimes these things can make it such a pain to get in. There we go. So I don't know if I ever showed these lug nuts before, but these are some Works Engineering. They don't even have the stamps on them anymore. They're like pretty old school lug nuts. But I always like these ones for the open style. So they got these like little rubber gaskets that you can click onto them. And it keeps all the elements kind of out of your threads and whatnot. I've always been a fan of these, but yeah. Kind of getting harder to find these days. Shout out to Devin for finding me some more. Yesterday. Summer is upon us. Bam, all done. Now for a test drive. Check out the new lights. Can really see the cutoff line. Looks nice. Oh, and I got the Bluetooth thing is charging, so it makes a humming noise, which is annoying. And we'll just go set these brakes in. Let's get it.
Car sock.
Well, now that Alyssa's got her car sock, I think that's it for tonight. We'll do a little more tinkering probably tomorrow. Maybe we'll take you on an adventure tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know yet. All right, good morning. We're back with a new day, and today's a good day because we're going to get a surprise. I'm on my way to Kamloops, and you're gonna have to wait to see what we're going to get. But I'm excited about it, and Alyssa's excited about it, and yeah, you guys are hopefully gonna be excited about it, and you'll see right away what it is. Let's get it. All right, time for the big reveal, and here it is. We got ourselves a 1985 Baja Sunsport 210. The 350 small block Chevy, just all gone through, rebuilt, custom trailer. Holy cow, I am freaking excited about this, you guys. Old Blue's gonna have to go away, and this is gonna be my boat for the rest of the life, hopefully. Let's go. Rock and roll, baby. This thing's gonna be so fun. Let's get it. All right, let's get it home, and I'll show you more there. All right, so we got him all tucked in. Carport for right now. I just don't have anywhere else to put it. Let's get it untarped. All right, let's take a quick tour of the boat. I'm not going to show it off too much, but you guys can see what we got here. So what you're looking at is a 1985 Baja Sunsport. It's got a 350 small block in it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been looking for more of a sport boat, kind of something that's a little more my style, has some character and stuff, but I wanted an open bow. Lots of them are closed bow, hard to find. This particular one has a nice big open bow. It's 21 feet long, so lots of room up here to sit down and hang out. It's pretty dope. Guy I got it off of took really good care of this thing and put some money into it. It's got, I guess the back bed area here was kind of rotten before, so he got it all rebuilt out of aluminum, and makes it really nice to work on. Fuel tank's easily accessible. Everything's just really nice and easy to work on this. Is the nicest thing. Even got a nice bench to sit on. Yeah, it's all really nice. Attention to detail's great. He's even got a little voltmeter down here, tell you how much volts the battery's got, so you know you got a good battery before you go out boating. And yeah, it starts, fires right up, purrs like a kitten, really. Yeah, I'm just doing some updates on the GPS fish finder, and yeah, I don't think there's really too much to do to this. I had a stereo in it at one point, so I'm gonna throw a stereo in here, see if these old speakers still work, but have a little bit of music in here is not the worst thing. The only thing I don't really like are the way the seats are on a swivel, so I think I'm gonna try to figure out a way to fix these right to the floor. You know, sit a tad bit lower in the boat, and I don't know, these seats just kind of feel awkward in here, like I feel like I'm sitting up really high in the boat, you know what I mean? So, and I don't really like the swivel part. I've always liked that, like even Old Blue's got like fixed seats in there, so it's kind of always a fan of that more. But yeah, I think we're gonna name it Brown Sugar, and welcome to the family, Brown Sugar. Well, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, be spontaneous, do the things you love. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.